All right, it's Monday afternoon. It's 200 degrees Celsius, but here we go. Good. No, not good. It's hello in the afternoon. Let's try that again. Hello and welcome to the Last Minute Laura Show. It's the afternoon crochet along. Let's go. Hi, everybody. That was awkward, but you know, so am I. So good afternoon. Welcome back. I'm Laura. This is the Last Minute Laura afternoon show. We do a little bit of crafty stuff in the afternoon, and today, something that we have to do that's a little less fun, more important. It's practical. We need to figure out the pattern and make sure we've got the pattern right. It seems we've made a mathematical error in the pattern somewhere, in the back panel, in the neckline. So, I'm hoping that it's going to be able to be figured out, and that's what we're going to do. Hey Amanda, hey Dina, hey Rose, good afternoon Karen, and hello Trang, and hello Alcy, and who else is here? I think I saw, yes, AJ's here. Hi AJ, hi Frida. Amaris, I just found out, oh my, that sucks AJ. I hope that there are things that can help, and yeah, good question Frida. I'm not good at questions obviously. Do you need to change a lot of things? Hopefully not too many. Hi Alcy, currently working on my first front panel. Okay, cool. So, so this side. Another thing I wanted to do with you guys today. You know, that's so weird, AJ. Check this out. This was not planned. Look. AJ, that's you. And I was already using this plant as a display for the afternoon. Crazy. Hi Nancy, hi Katina. So, what I wanted to do with you guys was I harvested yesterday a bunch of cultivated chamomile and a bunch of wild chamomile. I'm growing both of them, but I dug these up from my parents', like, the dead zones in the path, in the, like, the farm where you walk a lot, gets trodden down, and then this grows there. And this is the cultivated variety that my mom gave me some plants of, and they both smell so sweet. Mine are wet because I've had them soaking in cold water for the last hour or so, just in case any friends tried to hitch a ride onto my chamomile. So I've gotten all of the friends off. Now it's just straight up chamomile. And I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to do. I know you're supposed to dry it, but I want to have it fresh to see if it's any good. And so I have a hot cup of water that is just freshly boiled. Alex, are you going?
Yeah, I'm gonna go run to the bank.
Okay, I could hear you there. I was like, what are you doing? Okay, sounds good. Love you. Bye. Sorry, I didn't want him to have to wait for me to finish a sentence because it sounded like he was trying to leave. Okay, so anyway, yes, they've both bloomed. This is them finished, like this is the blooms. So in the wild variety, the thing that it was made from, they don't get petals at all. There's no petals on them at all. On the ones that are cultivated, it turns this beautiful yellow and they have white petals like a daisy. So both of them smell nice though. Also, I put polysporin on it again, friends. For those of you that don't know, I have some poison plant interacted with my skin and now it's like melting off over the course of several days. Anyway, I don't need changes. I've made changes on my own. Oh, that's good, that's good. And it is flowering, isn't that nice? I wonder if wild chamomile is also called pineapple weed. It is called pineapple weed, Nancy. That is the other name for it, because it kind of smells sort of pineapple-y, right? Totally. Or fruity or tropical. But so does chamomile if you smell it. So anyway, I don't know how I should go about using it, but I think I'm just gonna like do that. But with a bunch of them. I want to use the ones from my mom's garden plants. I'm gonna just, I don't even know how much I should use. Let's do that. I was gonna ask one of you guys to look it up, but we've already gotten this far. Does that look like enough chamomile in a cup of hot water? Hey Sid, good afternoon. No insulin, that's good. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like a tea bag has a lot of those little seeds in them, but this is fresh chamomile, so maybe it's more strong. Unclear. Anyway, I thought we could do that together and I'll tell you how it goes about, how it turns out, I should say, It's supposed to be petals. No, chamomile is the tea that you have is like this. It's the middle part. See? Ooh. That's what chamomile tea looks like if you open it up. It's like this. But mine is just still attached to the flower. Like when it dries out, it like crumbles. Oh, now my hands smell so good. I wish you could smell them. They smell like fruit. And I have apples here. You guys, I'm like so prepped. I have stitch markers for when we're counting. Hey, Lori. Oh, I have something else to show you. Maybe I'll get working a little bit and then I'll show it to you. So there's something to look forward to. Okay, so we have to figure out the neckline for the back panel, I believe. I think the front panel's fine in terms of all the sizes, but the back panel, we've done something wrong. So what I'm gonna do is draw out something. What am I gonna draw out? So if here, okay. I don't think I counted right for this part then. So if this is a 16-inch, and that's 20 inches, gives me how many stitches again? Where is my math chart here? Ooh, careful, chamomile. Okay, so for the back stitch, the starting chain, good. The shoulder shaping is at row 52, okay, and then 55, 58, let's see. At row 52 is where I'm anticipating starting. So 52, and then, you know what, actually drawing this out again might actually help me, because this is not the right proportion, I think. When I did mine, I didn't decrease the row, I went in 5 or 6 whatevers and just went up. 5 or 6 whatevers. Lori, I love you, first of all. And second of all, that's how my brain wants to do it too, but it should be in stitch counts, right? Like not just keep doing, like I should have the stitch numbers as opposed to just go up to row 52 and then continue pattern in for 6 inches. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're saying you didn't do the decrease. You just did a straight neck like this. And that looked really nice, actually. When I did mine, I didn't decrease the row. I went in for 5 or 6 whatevers and just went up. Yes, I know, it just made me laugh. Okay, so, which is what I wrote, right? 5 or 6 whatevers. Yeah, see? Repeat pattern for 23 stitches or 5 V's. So 5 V's, shells, 5 whatevers. So we're both on the same page there. And then you didn't do a reduction, you just went up the 5. But how did you get it to match the back then? Because the back would have been 4 inches. No, I went in the shells. Right. Okay, you went in the shells, which, here's my back panel. So if I'm imagining, I'd say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Where is my measuring tape? Of course my measuring tape's not here, but I have a ruler, so that's fine. All right. I'm here but folding laundry and putting it away. Well, glad you're here. Crystal too. I'm here. I'm just working in the background. I'll pop in here and there. Well, I'm glad you guys are here. Good afternoon. Sid, you can do it that way if you want, Laura. Just make a note. Whoa, what is happening? Calm down, camera. Calm down. Just breathe, buddy. Just breathe. We're not in like a video game. Just chillax. You're good. Everything's good. Okay, there we go. Nope, my video camera's having a moment. Just give me 1 sec. I'm gonna fix it. I'm back. Okay, so first of all, do you think that chamomile has been sitting in the hot water long enough? There's a first question. Second of all, oh my god, it smells like chamomile tea, you guys, look! It smells like actual chamomile tea. I'm gonna drink some. It's still way too hot, I'm gonna be honest. Let's put that back there. Okay. Fixed camera keeps autofocus. Yeah, jerk of the camera. Okay, so if we say, can I call them shells now? That's so much easier, but they're not a shell. Shells are more, whatever. I'm gonna call them shells because it's easier than V's. It feels easier anyway. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I said, right? 6 to begin with for a medium, and that takes us to 5 inches, which is good. Oh, are you saying, Lori, that you would have done, you did like 6 shells in and then just chained up and did the row again, and on the next row you just went 5 V's in instead? So does that make sense? Like if this is okay, so like just imagine that that's the row, and then you finish with a double crochet not in the shell, right? And then you chain up 3 like normal, and then are you saying you'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's say, and then you'll come up again and go this way, and then chain up 3 again, and then when you come down this way, just come down 1 shell earlier? Is that what you're doing for your reduction? Does that make sense? It makes sense in my head. It's just I don't want to draw out the whatever I was drawing this time. I call them whatevers. I prefer the whatevers. Hey Candace, sorry I'm late. Well, I'm happy to have you, and thank you for correcting me on the camera thing. Crystal, oh yay, that makes me happy. Oh, I'm wearing your earrings. That's so nice. Can't see what you're drawing. It's too faint. Oh, sorry. Yes, like that, but I decreased different because it didn't look right. Yes, I think so. Okay, it didn't look right, like it made stairs, and then you did something to make it go straight. Is that what you mean? Or like you just did something completely different? Because now I'm wondering what's going on? Whatevers sounds like a perfect technical term too, yes. The whatevers were affected by the such and suches. Okay, so let me just redraw this shape, but properly proportioned, because it's incorrect. I just snapped a pic and posted it in Discord. Okay, so if we line all of them up, how about we do that? Hold on, if we do, because it's 9 rows, so it has to be in 3s. It's kind of a bummer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If there's 9 in that, and I'm going to, sorry, I'm doing math in my head to try and do a prettier picture. Okay, so if we do it in chunks of 3 stitches, not chunks of 4, or chunks of 3 3 squares, right? Otherwise, each one of those would be 9 squares. How many of those do we have to go through? Hold on. That would be 9, 18. Oh, we might be able to do it shot for shot accurately. Ooh, hate that eraser. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so if we're doing 9, it's 9 by 9 then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just bear with me for a sec, guys. I think I have cracked the code of how to get the stitch count correct. And apparently I have a one-track mind and cannot do two things at once at all. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, that's a close one. Okay. There we go. That would have been easier if I had done it differently, but it's fine. Just hold on. I don't know, I'm not a pattern designer. I just know it worked. Neither am I, Lori. I'm like making my very best attempt at figuring out what I'm trying to do. No, use gray, Laura. Just bear with me. I did something wrong on that last one. I didn't do straight lines, and now I'm going to do straight lines, and we're all going to live happily ever after. There we go. 2, 4, 6, oh, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. There. Okay. Two, 4. Wait. No. Okay. Hold on. Anyway, let me see. What I did was went from 6 to 5, but didn't chain 3, just turned the work. Oh, awesome. But Michael's had some Patton's Grace clearance, got 6 of 2 different colors, so I could make another vest when you're done with the pattern. That's awesome, Lori. That's awesome. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8. What was the clearance price? Are you willing to share? I love sales. I love when yarn goes on sale. The one thing I would change if I made it again is I would chain less for the back because it bunches at my neck. Oh, okay. Huh. Okay. Oh, 2, 6. Love that. Love that. 4, 6. Does anyone else love hearing sale prices? I love yarn on clearance is like thebomb.com. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9. Okay, I wonder then if I should edit the pattern on the fly. Not on the fly, but you know what I mean? Like if you had issues with the neckline, perhaps I should do some shaping, armpit shaping, to accommodate the fact that we want it to line up with the front shoulders. I see what you're saying though. That's why I'm adding the hood. Ah, right. Okay, well let me see. Because this is wide, and then the front piece is not so wide. So if it does line up in the end, even if there is some shaping, it would be just exactly the same width, like they would meet up as opposed to overlapping. So what I'm wondering then is, should I be doing some kind of like armpit shaping? I don't know. Also, I'm getting pretty close to the point where I would have to do that. Okay, hold on. Thank you for sure again. Test the new additions. Okay, cool. Well, hopefully none of the pattern testers are too far on the back. Candace, you were pretty far when we talked last, weren't you? I feel like I'm the one who's farthest behind on the pattern. How am I writing a pattern that you guys are ahead of me on? How does that make sense? Okay. There we go. And if we line it up at the bottom, the sides. And if I were to do some armpit shaping, oh, I'll have to pull some rows. That makes me unhappy. Yeah, then I can just bring the armpit in on the one side, a little bit like that to accommodate the shoulders. And that way I can line up these shoulders with like, it would be like lined up like that, which will narrow out the back a little bit so that your back is not as wide as the widest part of your hips, because that's true, your upper shoulders are not going to be the same. If you're not the farthest behind, Laura. Okay, good, Sid. I like the drop shoulder kind of cut it has currently. Well, that's, Lori, you didn't make any edits to it yet, though. Do you think you could take a picture from the back with it put on like normal and then with it like, with it slouched, because it would be wide. You guys like that shape? Okay, well then I guess I won't make a change then. If you like the way it's coming together, hopefully it'll look cute. I mean, we can always take it apart and try again after, right? I remember I guesstimated the starting chain as you didn't have it yet. My guess didn't work on restarting. Oh, sorry, Candace. You frogged it all? My starting chain didn't work? I'm sorry. It's so hot here. Can I show you guys something, because I'm a little stressed about these stitch numbers and I want to just blank out my brain for a second? Look. I have a rainbow of eggs again. Check out this tiny egg one of our chickens laid this morning. And Olive laid her beautiful tan olive. No, it was my starting chain. Oh, okay. And then beautiful, beautiful Diane laid a beautiful, beautiful speckly egg. Aren't they cute? Oh, you can't see. I forgot I had to adjust the focus. I'm like, why isn't it focusing? And then I got a blue one. It doesn't even look that blue. Probably because there's an actual purpley blue background. Let me just move this for a sec. Come help me do the math for a pattern. Move the pattern out of the way so that the eggs look prettier. So I'll just show you the ones that are today's eggs, because we just have this basket now. Hold on. Nope, that's not today. These, that's clovers. We got the small one today too, and I got 2 other white eggs today. So just today, we got one from each of the new girls and Poppy, because Poppy's a good girl who always lays her egg. We got 2 white ones from, no, we got 3 white ones. Oh, that means we got 4, because this one is a tiny one. So all 4 of the white chickens laid an egg. We're missing, oh no, Clover laid hers this morning as well. Everybody laid an egg who can lay this morning. This is what we had left over yesterday because we gave my parents a dozen eggs. Yes, so we have, in order of authority of the what are they called? In order of the authority of the chickens, we've got Poppy, followed by Diane, followed by Clover. Who would be next? Violet, Olive, or one of the white chickens. I think that Violet is next, and then it's Olive, and then the white chickens, and then Buttercup. That's the order of authority on the farm here. The blue one, the bluest one that we have today, is still quite green. Yesterday's blue one was like, honestly, it was like really like teal turquoise. Anyway, I just thought I would show you these eggs because it makes me happy to look at them, and I figure it might make you happy to look at them. Because like, look, taste the rainbow. Who needs Skittles? I have magical greenish blue eggs. How fun. And a teeny tiny egg. Do you think it has a teeny tiny yolk, or do you think this is all yolk? These are the questions. The questions I want to answer. The pecking order, exactly, the pecking order. The pecking order is a real thing, And Diane really wants to be alpha, but Poppy is such a sassy bitch, excuse my language, but that is exactly what Poppy is, that she went straight to the top. But is this not so cute? Look how little it is. It's smaller than the smallest egg you can get at the grocery store, but this is from a chicken because that's the only kind of bird I have. Anyway, there you go. Those egg colors are lovely. We need something made in an egg colorway. I think so. Isn't that like, wouldn't that be like a pretty sweater or something? Or, I don't know, a scarf. Let's test this tea out. Do a double check that there's no bugs and those are all pieces of chamomile. Yep. That's actually really nice. Cool. Okay, so eggs, tea, interesting. Back to the math, people. We have to figure out that neckline. What I'm wondering though is if it's a drop shoulder, if it's fitting like a drop shoulder, then it makes me not want to do any shaping. You know what I mean? Because if this shoulder seam just connects there, like to the edge of the actual garment, and it's just a rectangle, and then it's only connecting at the corners like that, I feel like that would actually sit on your shoulders the way a drop shoulder should. Because if we're adding that shoulder piece, it's no longer a drop shoulder, it's trying to create an actual shoulder, whereas I think if we put it right on the rectangle with no shaping, you know, I think it might be better, like, I think it might sit better on the body without the shaping, now that I'm looking at it, as opposed to having that rectangle coming up for extra neckline. Hey B, nice to have you this afternoon. I put a pic in the Discord. Oh, perfect. And Sid, Lori, looks like you could reduce by a couple of whatevers. The collar looks like it wants to be off the shoulder. And Candace, I know you said she went straight to the top, but my ears heard she went straight to the pot. And I thought, poor Poppy, no eggs, your soup. I mean, let's be honest. At first, Poppy was like withholding her eggs, I believe, because she was like a sassy lady. And I was like, well, she's probably just stressed, you know, whatevs. And then she started laying every day, and now she pretty much lays every day without fail, so she doesn't have to be soup. All right, let me see. Okay, yeah, so I see what you're saying, Lori. There's that puckering, not puckering, well, I guess it's puckering. The word doesn't sound right there because it's not like a pleat, but I see what you're saying. First of all, your stitches are so even. Can we just, if you go on our Discord and see Lori's vest, her stitches are so even. Okay, oh, awesome, Lori, you put so many pictures, exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, yeah, so I think maybe removing the neck shaping altogether might remove that problem, because I think if the shoulders are 4 inches, for a medium, 5, 6, whatever, for every size going, then I think it might be a better solution to just leave the back straight. I think that's what I'm going to do, which means that whole pattern is like extra work. That's awesome. That means the pattern is like 10 times easier, first of all. You don't want more than 1 to 2 rows to create the back of the neck. Exactly. Yeah. And I think that for mine it's like 4 rows or 6 rows, so I think it might be better if we just don't do any shaping and instead just put them together from the corner. And then it'll be a flat garment when laid down. And if I did my math right, which I believe I did for this part anyway, your seam should match right at the middle. Like your 2 pieces, this should be a symmetrical garment then. That's why I think the hood would be cute on this one. I agree, Lori. I think that you already have the space made for the hood, so it makes a lot of sense to put one in. Plus, it will help pucker it together, like hold it together in a nice way. So yes, I agree that a hood would correct that issue for the puckering, but I think to avoid it altogether, we can just do like the final number of rows. So like, can you update the pattern on Discord later? Yes, indeed, Amanda. So pretty much I have it like from row 4 to 58 or 52, 54, 58 for the sizes. Instead, I'll just say from row 4 to row 63, like the last, like so that it's as long as, it should be the same length as the final amount of the top. Wow, that's a terrible explanation. I'll have to write that in better English. But basically, for medium, which is what I'm doing, the height of the entire front bodice piece is 63 rows. So just make a rectangle that is the back piece, 63 rows by whatever stitches, because you have like I have the stitch numbers. So yeah, I think it's just, that's going to be the only change. And I'm going to make it that way and see how it comes out. Cool, I didn't even have to draw. That's always nice. Also, I have the crochet stitch bug right now. I've been like in my spare time playing with crochet stitches. And I want to share them with you soon because this was like one of them and I was like, ooh, so fun. And now I'm wanting to do more things with fun stitches. Lori, I am definitely making it again because I got a pretty gray blue in the same yarn, then a variegated that might be the one that you have. Ooh, then we could have matchy matchies. You're welcome for finishing mine early. You're welcome for finishing mine. Yeah, you finish everything fast. You're a fast worker on crochet. I'm very distractible, so I can't do it, but thank you for finishing it early. Thank you for doing it in general. Thank you all testers. Thank you. Love to you all. Sorry about the giant red open wound on my hand that I keep looking down at and thinking, oh my god, look at how awful that looks. It's not as bad as it looks. It hurts, but I'm just not touching it, and that's a really good way to not have it hurt. Okay, well then if I'm just going to be doing that, then I guess I'll just keep crocheting because I'm definitely not done. This thing takes so much longer than the front piece. I feel like this front piece took no time, and this big back piece has taken me years. Again, in case you didn't see, or in case you didn't acknowledge, look at the size difference. Diane has small eggs. Look at this tiny egg. So like one of the regular white chicken eggs. Compared to it. Look at how small! What is going on? It's so cute. I love. I got 7 balls of 50 gram yarn for $9. That's amazing. I love a good deal on yarn. Well, 50 grams of what though? Because if it was 50 grams of chunky, that's probably like 1 meter. That's not a crochet hook, that's a pencil. Okay. Well, but good deal, Amanda. And I'm a stay-at-home dog mom. And if I don't clean, Pete doesn't care, so I can crochet it and now spin all day. That's awesome. And also, LOL. I can't wait to see your spinning. I can't wait to see what you make. Oh, it's gonna be so fun. That's awesome. Oh, what are you gonna spin first? Are you gonna spin a sweater? Now I'm thinking, hold on, Laura, your vest is cute and will look great with a hood. Hey, Scrappy, did I even say hi to you? Hi. How long have you been at this pattern, Laura? Like, I don't know. I guess I don't put it, I don't take it, I don't put it, I don't do it. Why is the words not coming? I don't work on it all the time, and so it's taken me crazy amounts of time. Like, what 2 weeks? You know? I think it's been 2 weeks that I've been on this back piece. I think it's been at least a week. I've just been putting it down and picking it back up. But the project itself, I saw the first suggestion. So the day we started talking about maybe doing a vest or a poncho, that was 2 weeks ago. So when we first started talking about this idea, it was 2 weeks ago. I came in, but I've been doing, oh, right. I remember you said you said that. Yep. I'm loving all things with hoods right now. I have been pretty much wearing a baseball cap outside or a huge sun hat, so hoods haven't been my fashion this summer, sorry. But also I think it's because all of my sweaters are like handmade now, so I have like 2 hoodies and they're both university hoodies and they get worn like once in a while, you know? So I think that's why none of my handmade sweaters have hoods. So you know what? There's a space in the market. There's a niche to be filled there. I don't like hats. I do. I like them because I have no hair, so it covers all of my hair so the hair dye doesn't get washed out. And no sunburn on my nose. I mean with crochet. Yes, and yes, I figured that's what you meant. No, it isn't I figured what you meant. I thought you meant just in hoods in general. But with crochet makes more sense in this context. But I don't have anything with a hood. Oh, except for the woodland forest creature hood, that pattern. I do have that hood. I could just sew that to a sweater. I mean, we all start somewhere, right, Lori? Hold on. Oh my god, you should see the first skein. I made it so bad. I'll post a pic in Discord, but I'll make a hat or something out of it. Well, oh, you'll make a hat or something. You don't like hats. I understand. I'm following now. But also, I bet it's not as sad as you think. I don't know. I think it's super exciting that you got a spinning wheel. I think that'll be like a lot of fun. That sounds like a really fun thing to learn to do. It's fun when you get to choose what you learn. You know what I mean? Like when you're in school, you're just sort of told all the things that you need to know and that you need to learn. It's fun to be like, I got a spinning wheel. I'm going to struggle through figuring out how to become really good at this thing that I want to learn to do, but I don't know how to do yet. I think that's so cool. Such a good, what was I gonna say? Pastime? No, that's not it. It's a good use of time, learning something new. We need to design a cape or poncho. Oh, that would be fun. For fall. Can we do it for fall? Because summer is so dang hot. I don't want to be working on something heavy like that. I'm still here listening as I sew crochet trees together. Oh, fun. For what purpose are you crocheting trees? Yeah, I'm spoiled, but I really appreciate how lucky I am. Good. I thank the universe every day for my husband. He's a good man. Aw. I'm glad that you have your partner in crime. Hopefully not in crime. Hopefully just your partner in life. I'm glad that he's awesome. I hope you guys all have awesome people around you. I hope you don't have any people that are sucking your energy away. Oh, hello. We got a picture. What's this? Ooh, a bullet journal rules guide page. Oh, I love you, Frida. Because you need rules. Without rules, what is there? Amaris, hello. Late to the party because therapy. Good reason to be late. I am fine with that. I accept this reason. You may sit down. Come on in. Your note is an appropriate note to be late for class. I still haven't booked mine. I have to book therapy. Therapy. Alex has his next one already. Thank you for the reminder, Amaris. I needed the reminder. Right, Frida? Oh, you mean for the bullet journal rules? Yes. To keep yourself from just writing whatever you want on any page and having no sense or rhyme or reason or organization. That's the life that I live. Don't know if you guys knew that. I'm slightly disorganized as a human being. Oh my god, I'm working on a blanket that reminds me of chips and salsa. Ooh, chips and salsa. A blanket that, is it like a green and red and white and yellow yarn? What's the colors of the yarn? What do you mean it reminds you of chips and salsa? I need more information. I can't comprehend. The first thing I thought was like, is it a variegated yarn that the way that the color pools is like salsa vibes? Frida, also, I got a new bullet journal, Sharpies, and more washi tape. The ellipses following your more washi tape comment leads me to believe that you currently have washi tape already, that you perhaps didn't need the new washi tape? Is that what's happening here? Are you a washi tape connoisseur, Frida? Oh, I write whatever I want on whatever page. Well, actually, mostly I glue stuff in, snippets of my life. Oh, that's cute. But rules can live there too. Ooh, what have we got here? Amaris. Ooh, beautiful. It does have good, yeah, it totally has chips and salsa vibes. Ooh, I like it. I want chips and salsa. I posted in the general, thank you. It's mostly a muted mauve in the green and yellow. Muted mauve. 1 and 2. What a fun idea. Frida, what a fun idea. Keeping snippets of your life. I have just a weird, huge container of like movie ticket stubs. I should glue them in a bullet journal. That would be fun, because then it would be fun to flip through like a photo album. I feel like that's called a scrapbook. If you keep all of your stuff in a bullet journal taped or glued in, isn't that now a scrapbook? Yes, might have a few. Well, they come with fruits and llamas and stuff I can't not. Frida, I understand. How am I supposed to say no to fabric when it has chickadees on it? It has chickadees on it. They're so cute. It's not my fault that they had the chickadee fabric. I had to. It would be a sin to pass it up. Or make a collage from the ticket stubs, Laura. Ooh, that'd be cool. But like, am I really gonna hang up a collage forever? Probably not. You know what I mean? Like I have a huge collection of them, and it's weird that I've kept them this long anyway, so I would have to do something that's worth keeping forever. And if I make a collage, I feel like there's a huge chance that in a couple of years I'll be like, this is inconvenient to move. It's like an item now. Whereas if I put it in a book, it can always just move from house to house with us in a box of books that goes in the bookshelf, you know? I don't know, I feel like if it's in a volume, I'm more likely to keep it forever. I like the idea of a collage. You know when people make those super cool like paper mache, some of them are 3D collages, they have a bunch of stuff in them. I love that, but I don't know, you know? I don't know. Yes, it's a bullet scrap journal. A bullet scrap journal book. I made a big batch of mango salsa. What's in mango salsa? Is there cilantro in there? My mom makes mango chutney. Chutney? Chutney. She makes mango salsa, and it's yummy. But it's kind of jam-like. It has like a jam-ish, it's like mango salsa, but with jam somehow added a little bit to it. I'm going to hang my colleague, hold on. I'm going to hang my colleague collage you gave me with my yarn forever. Oh. Well, thank you. That's nice. I mean, like, you also have, like, a beautiful home, so if it doesn't fit in your world, don't feel obligated to hang it up. It's just, I like it, too. I made it because I like it. I made it for you. And also, side note, what am I trying to say, Laura? Come on, clear your brains. Yes, collages are great, but I don't know if I cannot damage one, or if my style sense will be anywhere near what it is now in a small amount of time. You know what I'm saying? But also, Lori, that makes me feel nice, so I'm glad that you liked it. I just got myself all flustered for no reason there. Sometimes that happens. Does that happen to anyone else? I glue pictures in my bullet journal too. Well, that's true. Better to put them in a book. Yeah, for someone who destroys things without meaning to, Nancy, probably just better to be safe inside something else, like a book or a box. Amaris has 2 journals, one for mental health and one for tasks, lists, and planning. I love the idea of having a separate one for mental health. I never considered that. I just put it all in my calendar bullet journal, like my main. It's like it's like my garbage bullet journal. I won't keep it because it's got just the rawest of things. It'll be like one of those things where you burn it at the end because it's how I process. I use it to process. And it has my calendars in it, but it also has like little notes for remembering stuff, and like it's just, I don't know. I would like to have a separate one, I think, for mental health stuff, because then I can keep the calendar ones, because I don't want to keep the ones that are like me working out problems that are just in my own brain on paper. I don't think I want to read those again in a long time, whereas I think I would love to see what I was doing in terms of the dates and stuff. Hey Angelica, nice to see you. Yes, there is. Ooh, cilantro it is. And Amaris, I did that for my first bullet journal, but I want to have my venting for my mental health separate so the other can have more structure. That's exactly the problem, isn't it? Because I want it to just be random I can fit a paragraph in if I have feelings, but totally, I want structure in the main one. I didn't even think to separate it into a new book. That's a smart idea. The problem with the scrap bullet journal is that the journals are not made to expand too much. Right, my yellow is about to explode and I'm only halfway through. That's true. My old bullet journal, the one that has all of the patterns from last year in it, it just has a few things glued here and there, and it's like busting open. It doesn't stay flat at all. That's true. Well, Lori's gonna hang a colleague. That's what I read at first. I realized she was gonna hang the collage, and I was like, that's why I read over it a couple of times, Nancy. I was like, why are you, like, I thought it was like a joke, like, I'm gonna hang that girl, somebody's whatever. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, collage. And then the second thing that went to my brain, Nancy and Lori in this case, was, wait, aren't your colleagues your dogs now? You just said that you're a stay-at-home dog mom. What did the dog do? Don't need that much structure. A skeleton will suffice. Well, you're nice and organized, so maybe, I don't know. I like that you have a rule page, though. I use the ones from Walmart. They're 200 pages, dot grid for $10. Oh, that's nice. And huge pages. I can draw with marker in them. Really, without it leaking through. That's awesome. The ones that I have are the actual bullet journal for one of them. I don't think this one is. I think this one's like from Michael's. I think it was $9. It's 180 pages and it was $9 at Michael's. It's got good quality paper, like you can't see through it at all. So that's good. The what is it called? Luch Term 1917. This one, I don't know how many pages it has, but it's nice. It's like, I don't know. But look, this is highlighter from the back. You can see it. Oh God, Laura. You can see highlighter through the page, and that's not good. On this one, you can't see highlighter through the page. All right. Look, we've got like yellow tea now. Tastes like chamomile tea. That's nice. Makes me happy. Okay, so Sid, I've had the moleskin ones and I didn't like them. I didn't like them at all. I found the pages to be too slippery. I really prefer having the textured sort of paper where it has a little bit of like, I don't even know what to call it, grip. It has a little bit of like texture to it. I prefer that over the moleskins. I find the moleskins to be so smooth. I know it's like acid-free paper. It's, what's it called? Archival ink. It'll never blah, blah, pH neutral. I know that's got all of the great things, but it's too smooth for me. I don't like it. So the Tombow soft tip bled, but the hard tip didn't. I've mainly used Crayola super tips. That's what I'm using mostly for inside of my journals, is the super tips. And I found the one from Michael's to have less issues with bleeding than the actual Luch Term bullet journal. Luch Term? Is it? I feel like I don't know how things are pronounced. The new grid is a lined squared dot in one. Ooh. So you can do really nice straight lines and have non-offensive grid dot paper. I love the non-offensive dots or the non-offensive grids. As opposed to like when we were in grade school and the grid paper is just like hard grid lines. Imagine if it was soft gray grid lines, how nice our graphs would be as young adults. The quality of my graphs would have improved if I had this dot paper. Moleskins are the only dot grid I can find around here. That's the only reason I went with it. Oh, okay. Frida, yes! Okay, so, well, then, sorry that you're stuck with moleskin. I mean, I know a lot of people really like moleskin. And I like all the options they have, but I just prefer the textured paper. I bought a sketchbook to keep my patterns in, but I'm going to transfer everything into a bullet journal later. Ugh, sorry, I'm trying to put my chair up higher. I was wondering why I was hurting my back to be crocheting because I was sitting weird. I love dot grid for making graph gans, right? And for making just in general drawings, patterns, blueprints. It's like everything is easier with a dot journal. Sponsor me, bullet journal. I don't think they sponsor people, but they should, and they should sponsor me. Oh my God, I'm so hot, you guys. It's gotta be, I can't even imagine what the temperature is right now. The first thing I was gonna say was, I think I wanna have hot dogs for dinner on the fire, but the idea of starting a fire right now, like the whole world is like a humid box. It's just gonna turn everything into steam. It's so like hot and damp here. Like literally if you go outside for like 15 minutes, your clothes have like a damp feeling to them. Not fully damp or like wet. It's just like heavy air where nothing is fully dry today. I don't love them. I wish I could find one with a nice 100 GSM paper. Ooh, but 300 pages. Oh, and, okay, Sid, if we're designing the best one, can we also make it bigger? Because I don't want 8.5 by 11, but I want something bigger than this. I want like it to come out to here, you know? Or 1 inch bigger and 2 inches bigger on the side. So it's like a slightly rectangular, almost a square. This is just not, I would love to open it up and have more space in it, that's all. Why be miserable? Laura, idea for your shop. Hey, you know, I don't know how you do it, but that's not a bad idea. I want to make my own anyway. Here in Cannon City it's 78 degrees. Why be miserable? Turn on your AC. Because I'm not miserable, I'm very hot, but in our downstairs it's totally cool. I just haven't turned it on yet. I'm resisting the urge to turn it on because once it's on, it's gonna be on all summer now, and then it's like really summer. Once the AC goes on and stays on, it's like, I don't know, the air gets all dry again. It's so humid everywhere. It's like a beautiful, my skin is like very happy with the temperature. It's just, it's too hot, it is, but it's only gonna be too hot for so much longer, and then it's gonna be ACville all the way until like October. Meh. Hey Dave. Oh, also, you guys, guess what? We have a new patron. Dave has joined the Patreon family, so thank you, Dave. Hi, thank you. Thanks for joining. It's nice to have you here. And I'll figure out a way to make the patrons tier thing have rewards other than just me saying thank you to you, because I feel like I need to have some physical thing, you know? Maybe like a free pattern or something for patrons. I don't know, there has to be some type of thing, right? What should the thing be? Aw, thank you. I've become a patron. But yes, I know that. I read that. Totally, I saw your message. But yes, Dave on a rave. Thank you for becoming a patron. Hi Sharon, nice to see you this afternoon. Just slurred over that one. You're being an eco-friend. You're being an eco-friend. There's got to be some company that'll build you a custom dot grid notebook. Qua? Okay, yes, I'm sure there is a printer somewhere near here that would have the size of, but there's got to be that size of book, you know? I think, right? So that's what would it even be? Sorry, I'm like distracted now. I know you guys, I say it like you don't know. Okay, so what would I want? I would want 10 inches wide by, how big is this? 8.5. Oh, that's pretty big. How big is 10 this way? Oh, that's actually too big. I don't want it that big. I think I want it to be 8 by 9. 8 by 8 or 9 by 9 or 8 by 9. Yeah, wouldn't that be like a perfect size? What are you making? Sharon, I'm working on a vest. Oh, I actually can show you. I'm working on this vest. So it is a off the shoulder, as we've recently learned, simple pattern vest. Amaris, bookbinding is fun. Ooh, what did I love? hold on. I love watching my bullet journals get fat. It's a nice feeling, to be honest. You can also take up bookbinding. Oh my goodness. Bookbinding is fun, Scrappy says. I've tried a couple of times to make my own like handmade notebooks, and they always come out pretty much fully garbage. I've tried a couple of times. I haven't tried properly and like followed instructions, so I'm sure that if I like did some research, maybe that would be fun, but I feel like, I don't know. I feel like the paper crafts, I get into them on a whim, and then they lose interest in them very quickly. Like calligraphy, I was like so ready to be doing calligraphy. Like I was like, this is my thing. I know it for sure. And it wasn't. Same with collage. I loved it and I love doing it. It's fun. I've done it a couple of times on my own time since, but like it's a very big mess when I take it out. And I have quite a few collages now. You know what I mean? Frida, I did bookbinding, loved it, but they didn't sell, so I have loads, slowly giving them away. That's so cool. Can you take a picture and show us, Frida? I want to see your bookbinding. And how am I being an eco-friend? I don't understand. But also, I want really good quality bullet journal, you know? Anyway, interesting idea, interesting thought. I will post a link for the tutorial I used to make mine, but you have to print your own dot grid, which I find infuriating. Yes, that sounds infuriating. Dot grid printing, do you like through your computer printer, or would you have to make like a print, like a stamp? AC is bad for the environment. Oh yeah, that's what it is. It's doing it for the environment. Our electricity has actually got a huge rebate on it now because of the Rona. So economically, it's not fiscally irresponsible for me to have the AC on. Not that that's been the reason. It didn't cost us that much last summer to have our AC on. It's like, it's not that. It's just, it'll be so cold and dry in here and I'm over it. Anyway, same Frida, I want to see. 1, 2, and 3. Frida, I tried to print my own dot paper. I couldn't for the life of it to get to match up. I couldn't get it to match up on both sides of the paper. Yeah, nope. That would be too many stress for Laura. I used to make calendars for my family, mostly just my little sister. She liked them. I would make calendars, like custom calendars, and I would make them in like Word when before I had Photoshop or anything else. I would like go into, this was when I used Word, now I use Google Docs, but when I used Word, I would go into Word and create, like move everything around and make custom calendars for my family, and add pictures and do all of the birthdays, add them all in, and I would print them out, and I would work for like a stupid amount of time to get the lines matched up on both sides of the paper. So many wasted pieces of paper with those things. But I did love them, and they were like the first bullet journal type thing that I used. The first calendar system that I really like got into. I'll put them up somewhere, I guess. You should. I love the Rona term. We're like the Rona Club. Light come from dark. Totally. But also, Dave, it's because Rona is not a word that has issues with the company that runs the website that we're on. See me dodging around using any terms that could be questionable by the company. Well, Rona has not been highlighted as a term that should be monitored or removed. So Rona is safe for us to use without having any financial implications for the stream, which is great. I'm getting better. Also, this morning's stream where we discussed tools for the eradication of raccoons, the words that we used were problematic, and therefore had the video removing the status that it can earn money, unfortunately. So the G word is a no-no. I looked it up, like what they had, and it was discussion of tools for removing raccoons. The tools that we discussed are off limits of being talked about right now. So you can't talk about tools that shouldn't be. You know what I'm trying to say here? See how the struggle, what is this? Anyway, Dave, I do crafts. Always have, always will. Crafters, unite! We should all get a matching ring so that we can, like superheroes. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Anyway, the chickens aren't hot. They're having like a blast. I took all of the ashes out of our fire pit outside and I brought them into the chicken run and I poured them into their dirt pile. They have like a dirt, it's not a pile, it's a hole in the ground that they like dug and now they all use it as their dust bath. So I filled up the dust bath with ashes and then I added some sand and then I mixed it in with the dirt and dust that was already there. And they have been going to town, giving themselves dust baths, rolling around in the ashes, loving it. And then I went into the freezer and found some frozen winter vegetables. So it was like carrots, broccoli, and cauliflower, and asparagus, which is weird because it's not a winter fruit. But anyway, they were all chopped up and frozen. So I brought out a bag of that and gave that to the chickens and they loved it. They were playing like they were ice cream cones and it was ice cream broccoli for the chickens. So they're all cool and I've replaced their water already today. So they had cold water in the morning and then cold water at lunch. They're all just sitting in the shade underneath two structures that they have. Three structures outside and then they also have their coop. So they have 4 options for shady places to sit, which means everybody can get along and nobody has to be left out hot in the sun. And also it's been raining on and off today, so it's cooled down a little bit outside. There's a little breeze and the ground is kind of damp, so chickens are doing fine. Get a friendship bracelet. Yeah, that's a good idea too. So yes, chickens are not suffering in the heat the way that, well, I would say I'm not suffering though. Laura has a 5-star restaurant for chickens. Honestly, I'm actually a magician, Nancy, because what I do is I turn frozen broccoli into eggs. It just takes a day. So if you bring frozen broccoli, if you give me a day, I'm like Rumpelstiltskin. Like I'll spin it into eggs. Well, what I'll do is I'll feed it to the chickens and then they'll lay eggs. But it's still kind of that, right? Because they eat broccoli and poop an egg, which means they turn broccoli into eggs. So 5-star restaurant or 5-star magician. How do I get that friendship bracelet? Sharon, we should do that. That would be a fun thing to do, where we could make one. Or I could make, ooh, that might be a good idea for the patrons. Dave, I was just saying how I should figure something out to actually send patrons. So that people, A, want to become a patron, but also so that I don't feel like weird. I feel like it should be an exchange, and right now the exchange is, look, I make videos. That's the exchange. But I would like there to be like a specific gift, a gift with purchase. You know what I'm saying? What about bracelets? What about some bracelets? Nancy, oh, got that one. And Dave, I'm not sure, Sharon, but when I was younger, some family friends gave me one and we tied them around each other. It felt amazing. Aw, it's a nice feeling to get a friendship bracelet. I had a friendship bracelet with someone. I could make something. Ooh, have Frida design one. That's true. A friendship bracelet. A combinable friendship bracelet. But the problem there is, well, no, that's not a problem. We could all get one from Frida. That would be cool. We could all you could do like a bunch and we could buy them all. Or you could design one and I was thinking more along the lines of either a tutorial on like a rope one. I was thinking more simple, and or the tied kind, and that way I can make them and send them. Frida, you make beautiful, like, quality, fancy jewelry. Give me what you were thinking in your brain. I'm actually pretty good at making friendship bracelets. I'm currently knotting a cherry one, and I could make them. Oh, cool! Hold on, and Austin, hello Austin. Did I miss the beginning? Animals I have a problem with. That's interesting. Okay, and Dave, I was getting lots of hate. All those things called hugs, bracelets, friendship. Felt me so good. Hug around the wrist. Aw, a hug around the wrist. That's a nice way to put it. They are our friendship bracelets on YouTube. I recommend the Motion Knot. I only know, like, I don't even know if I know any of the names of the knots. I feel like there was one called Cobra. I can do that knot. And then I can do the one that it's I think it's called Chinese Staircase. I can do that. That's basically just the cobra, but it twists. I don't know, those are the only two I know, and I don't know if those are the real names or just like the names that we called them when we were kids. Friendship bracelets were my things back in junior high and high school. My BF would probably proudly wear them. What a gem. Aww. I used to do so many cool designs. Oh, those were cool when people could do like the ones that were like a chevron pattern. So fun. I could make a tag or a charm. Oh, that'd be cute. 2, 3. Frida, if it's okay with you, can I talk to you about that? Just like have a private talk with you about that? That might be a fun idea if I could like buy a bunch of them from you, and that way it could be like, I don't know, we could send them out to people. That'd be cute. Like a little, like something simple, a charm that I can add to something. Or even like a charm that can be used as a stitch marker and a charm. Do you work with other metals or only fancy ones? Like, do you work with something that could be used as a stitch marker, or would it have to only be for... Anyway, we'll talk about it. I think that's a cool idea. I think that'd be fun. Indeed. Got me thinking now. I will have to go on my sister's Facebook because I know she has a pic and he's proudly wearing 1 or 2 of them. Aww. But that's sweet, Scrappy. Alex is like that. Ooh, copper. Okay. Copper or brass. I like copper because it'll age differently. It turns from orange to green over time. So cute. But Scrappy, that is very sweet that you had a boo that was down to rep you. And Frida, I love that. I love that that's... Ah, cool. Okay, we'll talk. Cool. But anyway, that's something that I want to do, is I want to get the Patreon set up and have things like ready, like basically like a pile of gifties, so that when a new patron signs up, I can just put like have everything there, like the envelope, everything, so that it's just like put thing in envelope, write card, stamps are there, mail it out the next day. Like I want to have something prepared so that I don't do what I did with the giveaway and take my sweet time. I want it to actually be like, you're a patron, you're getting something, like right away. Like I don't want it to be, I want people to want to be them. I want people to want to stay, you know? Bless him, Scrappy. A sweet person. Alex! Oh. Never mind. I was going to ask him if he would wear a friendship bracelet. Oh, he did. He totally did. When we were first starting dating, I made him a red bracelet. And he was like, isn't this like a religious thing, these red bracelets? And I was like, I don't think so. And then I'm pretty sure it is, because like, doesn't Madonna wear a red bracelet? I don't know what it's from. I didn't look hard enough, but he wore like a red friendship bracelet that I tied up for him. That's funny. Alex let me do anything. When we started dating, I like put stickers on his glasses, and he was like, this is cool. And I was like, no, it's actually not, I was just joking. And then he left them on until he got new glasses, which is funny. Like we still have his old glasses because I'm like a hoarder of sentimental things, and they still have butterflies on them. Yes, it is. And in some religions, the sister ties the bracelet on her brother. That's interesting. I don't know. It's Hebrew. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. The more you know, because knowledge is power. Oh, that's nice. very weird drinking loose tea when it's just the heads of flowers. Next time, I will put them into one of my David's tea bags. I am boiling hot, and I am going to watch another episode of The Expanse tonight. I'm tied between having pizza for dinner and having, hold on, pizza or, honestly, probably like breakfast for dinner in the form of eggs, or finding another recipe for eggs, because look at all of these eggs, and there's still chickens that have yet to lay today. Hold on, 1 and 2. So it'd be cool to have something with eggs for dinner. Does anyone have a recommendation that is an egg-heavy food or an egg-heavy meal, where egg is the star of the show? Because I have an awful lot of eggs, and I'm going to have more come tomorrow, and then I'm going to have more come the next day. Oh, right, Alex went out. I forgot already that he's went to do something. Anyway, the zoning out. French toast with eggs, delightful. Egg salad, yummy, except egg salad sandwiches. We had tomato sandwiches for lunch, so I'm not really in the mood to have anything sandwichy. Deviled eggs. Can you have deviled eggs for dinner? Does that count? I feel like if you eat deviled eggs, you're not eating like a whole bunch of eggs, are you? Quiche. Ooh, quiche. That's a good idea, because I do have broccoli, as you guys already know, broccoli and spinach and red peppers in my freezer, so I could do a quiche. Do I have something to make the quiche crust like a pre-made pie crust? I'll have to check my freezer. Anything counts. We're adults. That's literally, Alex and I say that to each other more than once a week, Amaris. I gotta tell you. Just restarted the back of my Umbrian sweater. Oh, cool, AJ. That's awesome. What does that mean? I don't know what that sweater is. Umbrian sweater. Is it a brand, or is that the name of the pattern, or is it I'm not sure. If you're still interested in the bracelets, there's a website called Bracelet Book where you can find patterns. Oh, cool. For the friendship bracelet style ones. Cool. Pokemon! Okay, cool. It's Umbreon! I don't know which one that is. Is that, the first thing that came to my brain was like a dragon that's blue, a water one. Is that, could that be, am I right? Am I wrong? I'm wrong. What Pokemon is it? Who's the Pokemon who's a dragon and he's a water, he's like a snake, but a dragon, and he's in the water. Omeletting you down. Lol. That's what I would say to Alex, because I'd be like, what do you want for dinner? Because I'm letting you down. It's going to be an omelet. I feel like quiche is just an omelet that you bake in a pie crust, right? Kind of. So if I'm not having a pie crust in the freezer, then my quiche would just be an omelet. You know? Raykaza. Is that a food or a Pokemon name? Vaporon. Vaporon.
Vapor?
Vaporon.
Vape Nation.
No, not Vape Nation. It's a Pokemon's name and I don't know how to say it. Is it, do you think it's Vaporon or do you think it's Vaporon?
Yep.
Well, which one?
Vaporon.
It's Vaporon! Like, I'm trying to think, you know, in the show, when they would go, who's that Pokemon?
It's Vaporon.
It's Vaporon! It's Vaporon! You know? Yeah, you're right. Quiche is kind of an omelet pie. Oh, so good, though. Love a good omelet pie. Green dragon Pokemon. Oh, thank you, because I was like, is that a recipe or a Pokemon's name? Is it Rayquaza? Vaporeon. Oh, yeah! Vaporeon. Who's that Pokemon? Vaporeon. Anyway. Thanks, guys. Thanks for just letting me act a fool. Just Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Sometimes I just say things. Vaporeon. It's Pikachu. It's Jigglypuff. It's Snorlax. It wasn't his only thing that he either made people sleep or he jumped on them or fell on them. Let's see how many more rows. Ooh, we're almost there, you guys. Look, this is just how much more I have to do. Freaking finally, because this is taking its sweet time to be finished. My favorite Pokemon is Sunflora. Oh, is it a sunflower? I liked Diglett. Diglett was cute. I don't know who my favorite one is. Probably still Eevee, though. Don't most of them have totally different names in Japanese? I mean, probably. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of them, like Ekans, that's just the word snake backwards, is a snot salmon in Swedish. Snorlax, a snot salmon. Delicious. Yikes. Who's that Pokemon? I finished my crochet socks 16 hours later. Ugh, 16 hours of crochet. Fun. It can be fun, or it can be like overwhelming, depending on what you're making and what your time frame is. Yes, completely different in Japanese. Oh, interesting. I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? I don't know. Ekans, the snake, which is just the word snake background. Psyduck, a psychic duck. Psy? Psyduck? Jigglypuff. Remember all of the Pokemon? Remember knowing what they said? Knowing their like little weird songs? I used to watch it on TV. What's muck backward? Oh. Lol. I used a Japanese chart for socks. It took a while to decipher. Oh, cool. That's cool. You broke down a pattern that was in Japanese? That's very cool. I can't read anything in any languages that are glyphs at all. Like I don't have any of that yet. I haven't learned any of it. Took 26 hours. Jeez Louise. Well, still well done. If I had unlimited time, I would never have been able to figure it out, so you got it. Isn't it 28 days later? What are you eating? Oh, I want to eat. Yeah, you down for pizza? Cool. Because the other option is a quiche or an omelet with broccoli. I think pizza would be great too. I also don't want to cook over a hot stove right now. Egg salad. Oh, right. Or egg salad.
Yeah, we always use an egg salad around here.
We do have an awful lot of eggs.
Yeah, good amount of eggs.
You like egg salad. But no, we only have, I have to pick up bread not tomorrow, but the day after. So, no, I want to do egg salad for lunch tomorrow. Laura, there is no egg in pizza. No, but we already have the pizzas. They're already ready. We just have to put them in the oven. So.
No egg in pizza? What about the dough?
What about the dough? I feel like it's just oil and flour and salt.
Really?
I think pizza dough is not a whole lot of things. I've already had dinner and you're making me hungry. Well, you can join us for our egg-free pizza. We'll have a mukbang, yeah. We could just crack eggs on top of the pizza. That would be a way to eat eggs with our pizza. You'd get that at like fancy restaurants. They have like an egg on them. Maybe I'll do that for fun with the tiny egg.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, he says. If you mess up the omelet, yes, yes. Do you want to hear a funny dad joke, Alex?
What?
If I mess up when I'm making the omelet, I can say, sorry, I'm letting you down. Because you say omelet. Get it? Get it? It's
No.
I'm letting you down.
I'm letting you.
Because I'm making an omelet.
Uh,
Sorry, he didn't get it. He really didn't. I love you, Alex. We need to protect Alex at all costs. His gentle heart. He'll laugh at your joke even if he genuinely doesn't understand it. I'm almost done this vest and I'm getting pretty excited about it actually. Now that we're getting closer, it's more exciting. Same reaction I got from my boyfriend. Such a dad. Yeah. Dad jokes are funny though. If it's pun heavy, it's fun heavy. A messed up omelet becomes fancy scrambled eggs. Indeed it does, Nancy. One might call them Fancy Nancy scrambled eggs. Maybe they wouldn't, but when you said the word fancy, the next thing that came to my mind was Nancy, so. Fancy Nancy. It's a Fancy Nancy omelet. Or scrambled eggs. It's like when you, when someone burns something and they say, it's blackened, it's not burned. Blackened sausage. I don't know. I think you burned it. I literally screamed, oh my God, yes. Good. I'm glad. Welcome. Guys, my finger looks so yucky. I keep looking at it. Why does it have to be my dominant finger? You know what's crazy? I don't even recall scratching it. I'm pretty sure my skin melted off. Like, I'm pretty sure this was not from it being itchy. And when I told my mom that, she was like, that's what happens to me when I get poison ivy. It looks like a blister or a mosquito bite, and then it just melts off into a wound. Fun. Band-Aid. Yes, that will help with me not looking at it anyway. Have spinach and red pepper omelet. I love your omelet joke. Spinach and red pepper omelet does sound good. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't want to cook on a stove. Maybe I will make an omelet. I do like them. And we have cheese. And I also like cheese. We also have sour cream right now, and if you didn't know this, I'm gonna let you in on an awesome secret that I have. If you like tomato sandwiches, which is generally mayonnaise on toast, salt and pepper, and slices of tomato, you can jazz it up with all the things like sriracha, you can add lettuce, you can add cheese, you can add an egg. Just, it's basically tomato toast sandwich. Add whatever you want to make it your own. And what was I getting at with that? Tomato sandwich. We had those today. Oh yeah, I did something new. I mixed sour cream with sriracha and I had it as a dipping sauce on the side of the tomato sandwich. And not gonna lie, it was really, really, really good. Dipping a sandwich in sour cream mixed with sriracha, it is really tasty. It's like, I don't know. It was really yummy. And when I was eating it, I was like, this has to be, I didn't even know. I was like, it's good, but is this gross? I don't even know because it's so tasty. But like, I'm thinking like, I'm eating a sandwich. A sandwich would not normally go with sour cream. Sour cream goes on like 5 items in my life. Pierogies, a baked potato, cotlette, which is like a meatball thing. But not a lot of things use sour cream, and onion dip for when you have chips. But oh my God, I'm telling you, if you've never tried it as like a weird sandwich dipping sauce, try it, and you'll be like, wow, Laura, this is really good, but also, why did you think to do this? Sour cream with sriracha mixed for dipping your toasty sandwich in. I am very close to being done. Two, and chain one, and two more double crochets. I hope this vest looks cool. I want to wear it. Obviously, I want to wear it. That's why we're making it. But I hope it's cool enough that it is useful. You can sweeten sour cream and have it with fruit. Yum! Ooh, that's a good idea. Ooh, put a little honey or maple syrup in there. That would be nice. I do have Canadian organic maple syrup, so I can do that. That would be fun, actually. That might be a fun thing. We eat a lot more vegetables than we do fruit, though. I've only just started buying apples again. Alex really doesn't like apples, and then for the long time I just didn't eat them because he doesn't like them. But then I realized they can still be here and he doesn't have to eat them. So now I'm eating apples again. But we're more vegetable people. Joy, hi all, I've just arrived. What is sriracha and how do you spell it? Sriracha, I think you got it. I think it's with an I though, isn't it? Sriracha. It's a hot sauce, but it's not hot enough that it'll ruin your day or anything. Like, it's not like as hot as Frank's Red Hot Sauce, which won't ruin your day either, but it's not that hot. It's like, if you mix it with mayo, it's like just a nice, like, you know how chili is technically spicy, but it's not. Like, you can eat it and you're not going like, you're not needing to have a glass of milk at hand because it's like, it's chili, like you know what you're getting when you eat chili. Same kind of idea. Sriracha's kind of like the same heat level as like homemade chili. But it's not like, it's hot sauce, but it's like very dainty hot sauce. It's like the hot sauce that you have on sushi. When you have sushi and it's got like a red mayo-ish sauce, that's sriracha mayo. Or when you have sweet potato fries, if you ever have sweet potato fries at a restaurant, they often serve that with sriracha mayo. Very delightful. Does anyone know if you order embossed from Luchterm, where do they put the embossing? I think they put it on the front. Oh yeah, the Luchterm doesn't have anything on the front. I think they just do front center. Like whenever you pick, it's always like here. Like in that space. It's always like in there. That would be, there's my guess. I think it's hot. Really, Frida? I need my hot sauce to feel like death. Alex is like that when we go out for wings. He always wants to get crazy hot wings, and I'm like, you can't even enjoy it. How do you even feel full after you've eaten? Like your mouth has been on fire the whole time. Whereas I'm sitting there with my honey garlic being like, you wish you were me. And then he ends up eating my honey garlic to cool his mouth down. I've never had sushi either. Joy, with a name like Joy, you've not experienced pure joy. Sushi, I wish you would try it. I wish there was a way for you to try really good sushi so that you could love it. It's so good. I love sushi. People who don't like sushi haven't had good sushi, or they're people who don't eat animals. And that's, both of those are fine, but sushi is very yummy. Actually, my parents don't like sushi, but they're like old school. They're not really into avocados or anything, you know? I'm like full on millennial. I like my avocados. I'm not even a millennial. Am I a millennial? When do millennials stop being millennials? I'm 92. I'm still a millennial, right? Because I'm before the millennium changed thing, right? It is hot, Frida. We talked about that on Saturday. Yes, but it's not though. Like yes, but it's not though. Okay, like you guys, it's hot, but it's not. Like I wouldn't eat it. I wouldn't like fill my hand with it and eat a handful of it. Like it's too hot for that. But like if you had deviled eggs and you were making deviled eggs and you were mashing up the yolks, you could just put a whole bunch of sriracha in with that. Delightful. Vegan sushi is yummy too. Oh, that's true actually, Frida. Alex and I, whenever we get sushi, we get like 3 or 4 just avocado rolls because they're so tasty. And we get a cucumber avocado roll because it's crunchy avocado-y, and I love avocado so much. We do like the cucumber avocado roll and the avocado roll, and you take a bite of one of those, like you have one roll of that in between the spicy sushis, because we get like spicy crunchy salmon, spicy crab, spicy shrimp, just all the things. Yeah, you're a millennial. Oh, okay, very good. Depending on who you ask, Zoomers start at like 96. Oh, well, I'm 92, so I'm good. Zoomers, right? Generation Z, but now with this world of Zoom also, I like it. I think that it was fun to change Generation Z to the Zoomers. I like it better. And Generation X, I think. Is Generation X before millennials, but after boomers? The world. What? I'm 81. 81 to 96 is Generation Y/millennial. Thank you. I didn't know that at all. And also, hello Tracy. Welcome. Good afternoon. Hope you're having a good afternoon this afternoon. I'm the best generation. Generation X, baby. I don't know why, but for some reason in my brain, when you said that out loud in my brain, you were also wearing reflective aviators, like in front of a chopper, you know? Like you take the glasses off. Generation X, baby. Like that. So just, there's that. I hope you are well. I am well, thank you. Tracy, I have something that might be fun for you to see, because you came a little later, so you didn't get to see me squee over the beautiful eggs that we've got from today and yesterday. These are today's and yesterday's eggs. Aren't they pretty? So we've got this, they're a little bit desaturated looking. Like this is brighter IRL, I think. I think it's trying to accommodate for my giant red thing on my hand. Those are ugly. What? No. Hold on. No. Oh, they're ugly. Oh, the aviators. Okay, well, I thought you meant the eggs, and I was like, what do you mean? They're beautiful. But we have this beautiful one from Diane. She gave such a pretty egg today. It's covered in dark brown spots. It's like a gigantic, like like a gigantic sparrow's egg. Yeah, afterwards I figured it out. I had to go back. I'm going to show you guys a sparrow's egg that I have because we found another one on the driveway. So, and this one's got a crack in it, so this one's not viable. So that's fun. This was yesterday. We found this on the driveway. But look, there's a sparrow's egg, and there's Diane's egg. Here's a sparrow's egg, and here's one of the tiny eggs that the white chicken laid today. Isn't that cute? Anyway. The sparrow's egg, since it's like got a hole in it, like an actual hole, so I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to pour out the egg part, and I'm going to figure out something to do with a sparrow egg. But anyway, aren't these cute? Look at, calm down, I was talking about the glasses. Do you see me like immediately get defensive? I'm like, what are you, these are beautiful. Calm down, Laura. And then we got a really nice speckly one. It's kind of like the printer ran out of ink. So we've got a speckly one that's brown and dark brown, and then we've got a speckly one that's green with really pale, darker green dots on it. So cute. So the colorful ones that we have right now are these 4. Oh, they look all the same in the camera right now, but they're not. Maybe if I hold it with a white one, you can see the contrasts. Nope, they pretty much all look the same. This one's much bluer IRL. Anyway, since you didn't get to see that yet, I thought you might like to see how pretty they are, but also look how small this one egg is. I'm so in love with that. Nothing wrong with deviled eggs for dinner, you think so? Well, we can still keep it on the list. Although, one problem with these is they peel so poorly. They're very hard to peel. Because the little film, there's a film on the inside of the shell, like a fibrous sort of structure of, like, I want to say it's like skin, but it's not. But it's in between the white of the egg and the shell. And that usually peels off super easy when you make hard-boiled eggs. On this, that film actually sticks to the egg white. So you peel the shell off, but it's stuck to something. So it doesn't come membrane. That's a better word. Thank you. The membrane doesn't disconnect from the white easily. It's like fully adhered to it. So you end up screwing up your hard-boiled eggs. They don't look pretty. Unless apparently you wait to use your eggs. They have to be older. You're fine, Laura. Nothing wrong with being yourself. Thanks, Dina. Just be yourself. There's a song like that. Anyway, one and another. The sun is coming out again. It's supposed to be thunderstorming all day today and all day tomorrow. And it's coming. I know it's coming. I just wish it would be during the day. I want to see a thunderstorm. It's going to be overnight, and then Thunder's going to be like, you don't get to sleep ever again. Oh, it's so close to being done. I'm so excited about this. I have to film the other side though, but I really my due date has been extended. I don't know if I told you guys, for the museum thing. It's not coming out until like the first week of July. So I have time to work on it. So I've been working on it, but now I'm like, oh, I have all this time. I should work and make a really good video. So now I've broken things down into smaller projects to like get finished, and I still have a lot to do for the editing, and it's like, or not for the editing, for the entire project, I still have a lot to do, and I want to film. I want to design something. I'm like back into the creative hunger. I want to make some stuff, but I am like having to sit still and do one thing for a long time, which, if you didn't already know, is something that I struggle with. Sitting still and staying on task. Lori, you had chickens before. Did you ever have chickens lay abnormally small eggs? Like, we've got Poppy, who lays abnormally large eggs, but what about abnormally small ones? What is your guess, guys? Do you think it's proportionate inside of that egg? Do you think the yolk is a small yolk and the whole thing is small? Or do you think that that egg is all yolk? Because I have mixed reviews. I think like the shell is the last part to form, right? And I don't know. I think that I'm guessing it's all yolk, but I haven't been able to decide. What do you think? Do you think there's an egg white in there still? And if there is, do you think it's proportionate? Like for this one, the size of the egg, the yolk to white, do you think they're gonna be comparable? I don't know. I don't know, you know? I relate to that. I'm almost finished a sweater in 4 days and then got bored and started my salsa blanket. Yeah. I've seen tiny eggs crack and it was a tiny proportional egg. Okay, cool. Well, so Frida bets tiny proportional egg. By the way, the pattern is the Granny Blanket by Teal Yarn that was posted recently. Okay, cool. Awesome. It's a cool blanket. I like that it's salsa colors. Everybody likes salsa. Extra mild if you're scrappy. But salsa, everybody's gotta love it. So if you do mango salsa, that's a good way to avoid the heat. Just do fruity ones instead of spicy ones. Also, I have like the dyeing itch. That sounds like an STD. I have a craving to dye some yarn is what I was trying to get across, but it came out as a weird medical sounding title. The dyeing itch. I have an itch to dye something. I want to dye some yarn. I like salsa. I just make it pico de gallo. Pico de gallo. Which one is pico de gallo? That's green. Isn't it green? Well, that's salsa verde. Man, I don't remember. Yes, but a cool boomer. I'm a boomer, but a cool boomer. Yeah, the coolest of the boomers. You're the ones that make the boomer stereotype not true. You know? As long as everybody keeps learning, it's like, then nothing is a problem. Just keep learning, always. Says the girl who doesn't want to learn password management. That's me. I don't want to, but I have to. Millicent edged herself into the crook of my knees against my butt and fell asleep with her head on my foot. Oh, she is needy. I'm itching to die. LOL. Yeah. I'm itching to die. No, like DYE. Pico de Gallo's just cut up salsa ingredients that are not blended. Oh. Well, I don't know anything. If I'm honest with you. But, yes, Millicent's needy because she's a good girl, and good girls are supposed to be needy. And also, yes, I want to dye some yarn. I'm in a phase where I want to dye yarn, and I want to sew, and I want to crochet. I'm like really dying to dye. Exactly, Nancy. I'm dying to dye. I'm dying to show you. Literally, I want to dye something and show it to you. So I'm dying to show you. I'm dying to show you what I made. Get it? So funny. I am level 5 funny. Anyway, that's all. That's what I got. Other than that, I'm crocheting. I want to dye something, but I am crocheting, and when I'm dyeing something, I want to be sewing something. My creativity is feeling the ADD right now, but that's good. Better than feeling no creativity. I could live on pico de gallo. My dad says that about pizza whenever we talk. Do you ever do that game where it's like, if you were on a desert island, what would be the food that you would bring? First of all, the rules on this desert island obviously aren't like hard and fast because you can bring whatever you want and that's what you'd live off the rest of your life. My dad always says pizza because you can get a pizza with everything on it and you'll have dairy, meat, vegetables, bread, fish. It was like if you get everything on a pizza that pizza places have, just one pizza with everything, you can survive on that forever. Like if you only got one thing to eat a day, pizza. I always used to say like shrimp, just give me all the tasty shrimps, but then I think about it now and I'm like, that would be probably no fun after like 2 weeks. I could probably go 2 weeks eating just shrimp if it was like prepared shrimp, but I feel like after 2 weeks it would get old, you know. Pico de gallo is amazing. Spicy salad. Put it on everything. Yes, I could live on pizza. Yes, pizza. Yes, I think like you could live on pizza. I don't think you'd have like regular bowel movements, but I do think you could live on it. Yuck, we had a shrimp boil this weekend. I saw the biscuits you made for that, Scrappy. For those of you that don't know, we have a Discord. On Discord, you can share pictures and videos and projects you're working on. I think this was on Instagram though. But anyway, Scrappy had a shrimp boil with her family and made beautiful biscuits that looked like if you search like biscuits for a shrimp boil, it's like the picture from the internet is what Scrappy's biscuits looked like. They were so, I just wanted to put butter all over them. It was my idea and I made it, but I don't like it. What? Does everybody else like it and you're just like an awesome crowd-pleasing hostess with the mostest? You made everything. I thought you just made the biscuits. Oh my god, it looked so yummy. You know what I love about the like shrimp boil vibe? We don't have that here the same way. Or we don't have it. I don't know a lot of people in Ontario who do like shrimp lobster boil type thing the way that they do in like the Maritimes near the oceans. I don't know, Nova Scotia does stuff like that, but I've never done it outside of Nova Scotia, but I love the pouring all of the stuff that's in the pot onto the table, like having like a tarp or a plastic tablecloth type thing on the table and just pouring everything on it. And then everybody's like corn, shrimp, a piece of crab. They're all just like mixed in. I love that. The vibe of that is I love it. So there's that. I could go for a thunderstorm. Me too, Lori. I could really go for a thunderstorm. A daytime thunderstorm. Yes, I'm the one that makes dishes for others. Oh, that's so sweet. Scrappy, that's nice. It sucks that you don't like the things that you make, though. You're good at making things, and you're like, I'd rather not eat it. Well, it's Father's Day, and my hubby and brother and in-law and nephews love it. Oh, you nice lady, you. I am now subbing to every bullet journal channel I've watched in the last year. When you go down the rabbit hole. Relatable. A rabbit hole of YouTube. I've had thunderstorms for 3 days. Oh my goodness. I bet you it's just entirely green. Like there is not a dry blade of grass now. 3 days. Imagine 3 days of thunderstorms here. We really need the rain to come here. The farms need it here now. I've heard this from like multiple adults in my life who've said the same thing. We really need the rain. And I'm like, I mean, I guess my lawn is dry, but I'm not like super concerned with it. I'm more concerned with like where the pets are. And the chickens have a shady spot that's still all green and nice, so I don't really worry about it. But it's true, it's not just about the lawn, the trees, the gardens. Also, I think of like my mom, she waters her garden and her garden is huge. My garden is like, I don't know, it's not huge. And it takes me like a bit to water it. And she has like 7 or 8 gigantic gardens, so the rain would be nice. We made a fire just to get rid of some moisture, dry out the air a little bit. Jeez. Although that's nice, you got to have a fire, that's nice. Thunderstorms are so sexy. Thunderstorms are sexy. Not if you're in my house. My dog is very afraid of thunderstorms, and there is not a chance for one canoodling during a thunderstorm. 0 canoodling is allowed. Not one instance of affection is permitted when thunder is in full-blown panic mode. Both of us have to be pretty much silent and pretending to be asleep for him to not be shaking. If he thinks we're awake, his diva nature comes all the way out and he's shaking like a leaf, making such sad noises. We're all gonna die. The lightning is coming for me. He needs to be under the covers in between us, sandwiched, like tightly, so that he feels safe. There is 0 sexiness for thunderstorms in my life. Anyway, I either forget to eat or get grossed out with food easily. So I'm the weirdo. That sucks though, Scrappy. Getting grossed out at food, that sounds like a bummer. I love food. I guess if I was watching people chew with their mouth open, maybe I would get grossed out, but like, just being grossed out by food, that sucks. Crochet him a thunder blankie. I'd have to crochet him like a, what are those called? The straight jacket. I would have to crochet him a straight jacket. It wouldn't be a blanket. It would have to be something that confines his whole body and closes his eyes. Because the only way he stops shaking is if he's in like a fully embraced situation in the dark. Like, he can't see the flashes of lightning, there can't be loud noise, and he needs to feel like he can't move. And then he just goes to sleep. But if he feels like not secure, he'll just pace around. Scrappy sounds like me then. Let's just say my water barrel is full. There's also 2 rubber duckies in there. Well, that's important. Thank you for adding that little bit of detail. I feel like that changed the whole story. Why do you have rubber duckies in there? Are they Millicents, or is it just because it's adorable to have a huge water bucket with rubber duckies in them? That's typical in Chihuahuas. My Duchess does that at fireworks. Yeah, Thunder does it at, we have these things here. They're not shotguns, but they sound like them, and they are in the grape vineyards. They're like cannons, but I'm sure they're using something that, it sounds just like a gun, so there's that. But no, they're cannons, and they go off, and Thunder hates those. They start in the middle of July when the birds begin to descend for snacking. Yes, the thought of eating those eggs makes my mouth water like I'm going to throw up, but randomly I will crave them, eat them, and then feel sick. Oh, that's a thing too? Okay, cool, because that's a me thing when I'm going to throw up too, and nobody ever nods like they understand when I'm referring to that. Having your mouth fill up with water. Relatable. I hate that feeling. When you're like, oh, I have to get to the bathroom. That is the 15-second warning. You have now 15 seconds to get to the bathroom because Your mouth is watering. You are going to throw up. Anyway, yes, the thought of eating those eggs, though. These eggs, these beautiful, colorful eggs. I can relate, but with fireworks. My boyfriend's coming over on the 4th of July to hug me. Aww. You are the thunder for your boyfriend. Alex is very, he's fine with it, but yeah, definitely no canoodling because of thunder. No, we had one in the bathroom ages ago and it just kind of made it in there. And then one day there were two. Turns out my mom and dad had sneaked one more. That's so cute. Our doggo, that's smart Frida, I forget to eat. Hold on. Scrappy sounds like me. I have a timer for when I need to eat. That's a good idea. He used to be totally fine, but he's gotten jumpier as he's gotten older. Thunder, same. He's definitely gotten worse as he's gotten older. Bad anxiety during that thunderstorm. Oh, poor guy. Yeah, Thunder, he wasn't as bad when we first got him. He still shook during thunderstorms, but now he'll get to the point where he's like panting, like he really doesn't like it. I need food every 3 hours or 4 if I have a snack. I have to drug Rogue on the 4th. Oh, poor baby, really? It just freaks her right out? Oh, that makes me so sad. Poor Rogue. My neighbor goes off with fireworks starting in May, so poor girl wants to be next to me all night. That makes me so sad for her. Oh, at least she's got a good mommy that'll, like, make her not fully panic. Oh, that's so sad. Hey, Austin. Yeah, she gets the saddest look, right? And their little shakes, when they have the shakes and their ears are shaking, ugh, that's what kills me is Thunder will have his ears down because he's sad, but he'll be shivering and his ears will just be like quivering. It's so sad looking. And he already has the biggest eyes in the whole world. And then he cries, like tears come out of his eyes when he's really scared. And I'm just like, I can't do anything because I can't explain to you that we're not in danger. And he's like, this is how we die. I love you. Goodbye. Like Thunder is like ready. It's so sad. My mom had to sit with him for about an hour and he was shivering and panting. Poor baby. At least he doesn't go off barking and running. See, that's the scary thing to me is that Thunder's really scared, but we still need to take him out to go to the bathroom, you know? So obviously we use a leash in those times because if he bolted, he's so little. If it's dark and he bolts, he's gone. And he's scared, so he won't remember how to come back, you know? Like, and he's small, so he'll get eaten. So yeah, when there's things like that going on, Thunder is on a leash because I don't want to risk losing him to fear, you know? Yeah, we used to host huge parties, but can't because she needs me to be by her. So we barbecue during the day, and in the evening, another family member has a firework party. Poor baby. Yeah, such poor babies. Oh yeah, Tracy, that's true. Having a range nearby doesn't help either. Also true. And having a mine nearby. True. All true. The 5th of July is the busiest time for animal rescues. Because they're just all over the place because so many of them bolted. Poor babies. Oh, can you imagine all the scared animals are in the same room, scared about the same thing, and they have no idea what's going on? That sounds awful. Millicent's breeder trained the puppies with fireworks sounds. First low, then louder and louder. She doesn't even care about fireworks, thunder, or shots. That's awesome. That's awesome. It sounds like mild torture, but I'm sure that it wasn't because they were puppies, so they just became like acclimatized to it. But the idea of playing fireworks noises for Thunder is like actually, that would be like actual cruelty because Thunder is just beside himself when there's noises like that. Tracy, our dog turns around and heads straight home if he hears a single thing. Aw, from several hills away. Also, the fact that that's a distance measurement. Several hills away. If there's a sound from several hills away, the dog will come home. Kind of cute. Okay, let's count these out. See how many rows we are up. She started with the sound very low. Yes, of course, of course. Yes, no, I mean, like, if you just say it without any explanation, do you see what I'm saying? Obviously, that person wasn't purposely doing anything awful. No. LOL. No, of course not. And yes, that was definitely a helpful thing to have. Austin, it's okay, you're here now. Yes. So I got my yarn mail today, the mini skeins I shared. Oh, cool, that's awesome. Hunting season, you know. Yes, indeed, Sid. And yeah, it's kind of out there. It's kind of out there in the sticks. I love that, the sticks. That makes me laugh. Oh, geez, excuse me. We are currently 1 row away from being done the back. But I'm going to leave it there because I don't want to do it right now. So I'm going to not do it right now. Plus, I'm hungry now that we've been talking about snacks and things. I think I might finish it with that ball too. I'm gonna go make some food. I'm gonna make us some pizza. Rogue will tap me with her paw and get me to hug her. Oh, poor baby. I'm just imagining her pretty little face and she's just so sad. Are her ears down or up? Because I hope they're down. Ridiculously sweet. Like, Mom, Mom, afraid, Mom, afraid, please love, Mom. I just got most of my yarn from Hobby. Oh, that's awesome, Amaris. Oh, show and tell Amaris. Yes, please, for those of you that haven't already shown and told, please go into the description to get the link to get to our Discord server and post me a picture of one of your whips in the work in progress and post me a picture of your pet. I love seeing your pet pictures and nobody's updating with their pet pictures lately. So, yes. Out to one side when she's, oh no, they're so cute when they're like that. I'm gonna take an Epsom salt bath for my back. Very well, Frida, enjoy your evening. Please post me a picture of Millicent being adorable. And to those of you who are in the Discord, post something, animal, and what you're working on, because I wanna see. You tell me what you're working on, but I wanna see it. Like, I'm thinking of it now, I mean. So you see what I'm working on. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Got to give our puppy some pets. Sounds good, Sid. Have a good rest of your night. Enjoy your bath, Frida. To the rest of you, have some good rest tonight. Drink some water. Wash your hands. I'm going to go wash my hands now. They feel sticky just from being here in the heat. I'll let you know if I cave in and turn the AC on. We shall see. But I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I love you guys. Thanks for coming. I hope you had a good time. Subscribe if you're new. Like the video. If you're someone who likes videos, I'd appreciate it. And also, what else? Did I miss anything? Oh, yeah. Thank you to my June patrons, Crystal, Susan, Lori, Teresa, Abigail, Barbara, and Anna. And thank you to our newest patron, Dave on a Rave. You will be added into the July patrons. So thank you so much. See you guys tomorrow. Have an awesome rest of your evening, and that's it. Bye.